Hello, homeschoolers. My name is Laurel, and I am going to just share with you my budgeting for the upcoming school year and how I would do that on paper. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to need my calculator, a highlighter, a pencil. I just printed out my curriculum list, my blank list from my planner. So I have 3 students, so I just printed out 3 lists, and you can do this on, just paper, whatever. I have a printed out version of my resource sequences by subject. This covers language arts, math, science, and Bible. The reason I don't have history on here or like social studies is we just use the good and the beautiful. The histories 1 through 4 right now, and I own them all already, so I don't really need to do any planning for that. That's my plan. So this document, I will link it below, has everything by grade in the sequence that I use it. Everything in the document is a link. So you can't see it off camera is my computer. And I'm going to be going through here, seeing what I need for each kid. And then I am going to just highlight it. And then I'll be checking the link in the document to get the price on it. Okay, here we go. So I will start with my oldest, Everett, and he's going to be going to the 7th grade, right? This is for the 2023-2024 school year. So I've got my subjects lined out for him. Okay, so I don't own any of these resources yet, so I need to get them. So this is going to serve, I actually keep this with my planner for each kid with all their lesson plans at the front of each kid's section in my planner. I can add to it as the year goes if I add in new resources or if I change things, out. But okay, so I'm writing this down for my records, and this will also help me when I need to fill in for my homeschool association. I have to give them a plan every year and a list of all my resources and subjects. So I'll actually just be this is doing that ahead of time for me. So I'll have all that information on hand to give to them, and I can even make notes that Kay Arthur is the author, because sometimes they ask for that too. So I am just going to go into my document. Okay, and I'm getting into my PDF. So I have all my links here. He is my 7th grader. So I've got God's Amazing Creation, Bible Prophecy for Kids, a sneak peek into the future, and the teacher guide. So I can just do this. So, and I can see that the price is here. So brand new, $11.63, and then there's new and used. So for these, because these are workbooks to be filled in, I'm gonna just actually buy these. I would buy these new, and it looks like the price is $11.65. So right now I'm just price checking. So I'm just gonna round up. I'm just gonna say $12, right? And my teacher guide is, I see this one I could do used, but I'm just gonna round up to new just in case. I'll just say 15, because it looks like starting at around $11.10, plus delivery. So it's even used is gonna be the same as it is buying it new. So we'll just round that to, let's say 15. Bible Prophecy, 13. Teacher guide is, we'll just say 20. Okay, and then sneak peek into the future. How much is this one? Is 13. And the teacher guide is, we'll just say 16. So I've got everything for Bible, and now I'm just looking at math. So going back up to my math sequence. And as you can see here, he's just into Saxon, and so he will be going into Saxon, I think it's 7, yeah, he's going to go into Saxon 7.6, which I already own it. So I don't need to, I'm just going to write Saxon 7.6, and I know that I've already bought that. And I got a really killer deal on it. I got it for like $10 on Amazon, a used copy, and I found the solutions manual for free. So That's saving some money right there. Okay, and then so for reading, I'll go hop back up to my language arts. So he's going to read the How to Read Like a Lit Professor, How to Write a Book Report. So I already own this. RC reading list. So now this can vary. I'll show you how Robinson Curriculum works if you're not a Robinson Curriculum member. It's our curriculum. It's a printable curriculum. I'm just going to log in. So we have a core reading list, and I'll show you how it works here. So it's just right here. And so he is, right now he's reading Ben Pepper. Where are we? He's right here. So say his next book is Uncle Remus. So if I don't own a copy of that, I can just click on here. I can just print it out. And I've already paid, I want to say it was right around $200 to, for Robinson to buy into the curriculum. And I got the CD set, and then it's like $40 a year for the online version, which I love the online access, and I will always do it because it's just it's so convenient, and I don't want to mess with the CDs, but they're there if, there was ever some problem with the internet, I guess. Okay, so that just downloaded. So now I just have the book. It's 282 pages, and I can just print these from home, right? Also, because these are like all older books and public domain books, a lot of them are going to be at the library. So if we want to save money, we could always do that. The other little thing I will say is that I would like to own a lot of the books on the RC book list. And so I put them on our Amazon wish list, like for Christmas and stuff. So I got a couple books off of our wish list this year for the kids for Christmas, and that's been really helpful. So I can't really budget anything for the RC reading list. But let's say I end up wanting to pick up a couple titles, like I find a couple at a good deal. I might just budget myself. I'm sorry, RC reading list. I might just budget myself like, I don't know, $40. Just because I know myself, and I'll probably want to buy one or two during the year. I always look for them when I go thrifting or on eBay. I keep an eye out for stuff every once in a while when a new book is coming up on the list that I don't already own. And if they're too expensive, I just print it, no big deal. Writing and Rhetoric, books 7 and 8. I already own these, already bought these, but I will tell you, I will give you a hint on how to save money on your writing and rhetoric, especially if you have multiple kids, because it's expensive to buy these books, for multiple kids. I mean, I think they're reasonably priced. Don't get me wrong. This new one is $24, right, on Amazon, but I get them used, so you can get them half price here. You can see it's $11.30, and it's in good condition, and most people aren't selling used workbooks that are completely filled out. Do you know what I mean? It's they tried it for a little bit, they weren't feeling it, and then they, donate it, and then the Goodwill ends up reselling it. So I mean, nobody tries to resell completely filled out workbooks. I have not had that happen to me yet. I just try to find ones that say that they're in good condition, and then I buy those, and they come, and if there is some markings, usually it's in pencil. Kids are usually writing in pencil, and I just erase it. And then I have a fresh book. But then sorry, my husband, he's upstairs. He must be printing something because the printer keeps going off. But I just get a composition book and have him do his writing in the composition book and use his workbook, kind of like a textbook, if that makes sense. And then it's still clean, and I can pass it down, and I'll probably just let my last child actually write in it. Okay, so that's just a frugal tip. That's how I do it around here. So I already own those, so I'm not going to have to reinvest in them. But I will mark it down on my Writing and Rhetoric, books 7 and 8. And there are teacher guides that go with those too. So you know. I just went through all my sequences here, and I actually have everything already except for the Bible resources. And I'm budgeting $40 for just books and things. So that brings me to a grand total of $129 to the budget, right, for this student. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this here because my next student will be Will, and he will be going into 3rd grade, and he's gonna have the same subjects. If you were looking at my sequence, you would see, the resources are different for 3rd grade to 7th grade, but all of these resources are in the same series of children's or kids or young people's kind of like Bible studies. It's the by Kay Arthur. She's just got a bunch of them, and they hit on different themes, but they're all using the inductive method of study. So it really doesn't matter. You could do this they are going to fall within the same, like pretty much the same age range. So it really doesn't matter what order you do them. I just had them kind of divided out. So because I just went with these ones, because I did Everett's first, I was looking at the 7th grade. I'm just going to do the same ones because I'm not going to buy in one year, right? I'm not going to do 2 separate Bible studies. I'm going to do them together. They're just each going to get through a workbook, and I'll have my one teacher guide, right? And once I own those, I might have to get a new workbook later, but when Bo gets old enough, I'll just get him his own workbook, and I'll already have the teacher guide. So I'm just going to write in all of that. And of course, I'm not going to write out the teacher guide like I did on the first one because I'm not going to buy that twice. So I'll just write down the price of the notebooks again. So that's going to be about $38 for his notebooks. So for math in the 3rd grade, go to my math sequence. So I am just anticipating that we will just be continuing to work on math facts in 3rd grade. So I already have the Phantom Tollbooth. I have that book. I have flashcards. I have workbooks of all operations. I have an abacus. I have these games. So I think I already have what I need to just continue to practice his math facts until he has them mastered this year. So I am just going to write down math fact, workbook, flashcards, math games. That's all I think I'm really gonna write down. So like I said, I already own all these things, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, reading. I'm gonna pop over to my language arts, 3rd grade. So this is gonna be, reading, spelling, writing, grammar, all that stuff is rolled into language arts on here. So he'll be continuing with the McGuffey readers. They should be into McGuffey's 3rd reader. The RC reading list. Copywork, that's for writing. Copywork, I'm making that copywork for the 3rd reader. I anticipate that being done, and since I'm making it myself, it will be free to me. How to write, okay, write a super sentence workbook. Okay, so I already own this workbook. McGuffey spelling, level 3. I own this workbook, again, because it's mine and I made it. McGuffey spelling book, I already own that book. Gentle grammar, I already own gentle grammar. Plus you can print that for free if you need to, or you can buy it for very cheap on Amazon through this link. Oh yeah, he's going to be doing he may be doing his comic summary assignment. I guess it's not really a book. I should put that in the other resources. Or might start switching over to the book notes and summary guide. So I already own all these things. So, these 2 are printable. So I just print, every time he has a new book, I just print him out one of these to fill out as he goes. Writing history again. So he'll be doing, again, family style, the good and the beautiful. Or somewhere between, we'll just split years 2 and 3 probably. And then so I already own that. So again, another money saving thing, right, is doing things family style. So history does that, and it simplifies my day too, my time. And then for science, 3rd grade, well, we actually ended up doing this one this year. Apologia Astronomy. And I already bought this book, so I just have it waiting. He has I have a grand total of, I'll just throw in, let's say another plus 20 on the book section, just plus or minus, I don't know, something, a couple bucks. So I'll just round his up to 60. We'll just say 60. We'll round up for his budget. All right, my last kid is Bo. He's gonna be in kindergarten. So he's got Bible, reading, writing, math, science, and history too. Okay, so for Bible, he's too little to have his own notebook. So I'm just gonna say he's just going to participate in family Bible time. We'll just see what we can get him to listen to or draw a picture, color or something, you know. I do have a Bible, the Action Bible coloring book, which I think I showed you in my last Bible sequence video, and how it has, you can just rip the pages out and I just take copies so that each kid can have their own. I just keep the original. Okay, so for reading, kindergarten. So I'm gonna try to do alpha phonics with him this year. And we have the McGuffey's primer for writing. We're gonna use my CVC, reading, writing, and spelling. He's also got my first copybook, which I made, and I'll link my video below where I was kind of giving you guys a look into it. And like, don't be afraid to make your own curriculum. Like, it's not as intimidating as it sounds, especially for stuff like kindergarten. Just think, what does my child need to like support, you know, maybe my main resources. McGuffey's primer copywork, handwriting book, and read aloud books, such as Peter Rabbit, math, number stories, book 1, which I own, all operations, workbooks, abacus. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna use the abacus and abacus flashcards. We're gonna play math games. We're gonna play, we just have math fact workbooks. Okay, science. Oh, the Berenstain Bears Big Book of Science. Again, I already own all these so far. Berenstain Bears. I was say winter books. An egg is quiet. A beetle is shy, and so on. And then for history or social studies for kindergarten, I don't know that he can really participate in the Good and the Beautiful in kindergarten. So I'm actually going to look in my Robinson curriculum book list, and I'll show you something cool. Back to my core reading list here. But look over here, they tell you the subject it could go into, right? So our state requires social studies, which, you know, is like history, something like that. I could read him The Life of George Washington. He's not going to want to listen to that or that. Probably or not or that. So to stop and take a detour and try to find a resource to use for kindergarten for social studies. So I found this book I liked called America the Beautiful, celebrating America's history, landmarks, parks, artists, food, maps, and more. So we're just gonna study America a little bit. And I thought, well, this will be fun. I was looking at the inside pages. I like the graphics in there. And I think there'll just be little things that there's enough here that I think this could be used as a spine. Like, it'll be fun to look up national parks when we get to this part, because there's lots of videos and things on the parks and about what animals are in the parks and what people do there and the natural features and stuff. And we can find things on maps. We talk about state birds, the kind of foods that are eaten in our country. Anyway, so I thought that'd be a good jumping off point. So I'm going to put this down, and I looked at the used prices. It's worth it just to buy it new, because the used with shipping is pretty much just as much as new. So $14.40 for America the Beautiful. We'll just round it up to 15. So everything else I already had. So 15 is my budget. Okay, so let's take a look at all my totals. So I've got all 3 of my plans. I've got all the curriculum and the resources planned out for all 3 kids. So I have that pre-prepared for when I need to do my Homeschool Association paperwork. And I'm just going to add up what my estimate was for everybody. So 129 plus 60 plus 15. That gave me a grand total of $204. Then I'm going to do, let's just round that up to 220. I don't know, just to be on the safe side in case there's something else I want to slip in there. And then what it is April. Let's say I'm going to start the new, stuff probably around September. So I've got April, okay, May, June, July, August, September. So I've got 5 months, let's say, to order that stuff. And so 5 into 220. Okay, so $44. If I save $44 a month into my homeschool account, then I should be able to just place that order in September. Okay, so that is my budgeting. And speaking of budgeting, it always helps to have some free resources. I wanted to address the Etsy shop giveaway. So N Wilson, you had the closest number. So if you would go ahead and get in contact with me either through Instagram, Facebook, someplace like that, I can get your email address and I can email you over those 3 products that you chose. So I will leave my links to my Facebook and my Instagram in the description. Congratulations. All right, I hope this helped. Happy